I already told myself that I want to get this video out on the second, but hopefully we could just go straight through on here and I could just quickly edit it and then I can get it out by tomorrow. Hopefully, because it's 4 in the morning right now and I'm trying to get this video out. But the first one was I just want to go back over how I said my red microphone theory in the last Jay-Z video that's on the channel. Y'all go check out the last Jay-Z video on the channel. That will be the first thing I think that comes up, or somewhere in the beginning that comes up about the microphone. And the only reason why I say that is because one day I just seen a Kelly post come on the top of my timeline. Y'all know when y'all first open Instagram and like a Beyonce post or something just straight pop up first. A Kelly post had pop up on mine and I was looking at the microphone and I'm like, dang, that looks similar to the one Beyonce had. I'm like, hold on, is this like a sign or something? Is it like a sign? And then we know that the last pictures that Beyonce put up for Cowboy Carter, the Cowboy Carter era, was these pictures of her with them two. And I also have a theory that this was the end of Act 2. This was the end of Cowboy Carter. When they did this was the end of Cowboy Carter, in my opinion. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. But let's go back to this. And this is when I put this right here. When I made this tweet, I put this in the comments. So this is in the comments. And I said this is a reminder as the caption. But the reason why I said that this is the end, because if y'all look at this was July 27th. The tour ended on July 26th. If y'all look at these posts, this was from her birthday month when she was saying thank you, a couple days after her birthday. And then all the rest of these are like from events that happened after, y'all know. And then we went straight into this post going all the way to now. And this is where we think, around when she was in Las Vegas is where we think Act 3, was starting. And also on the second part that I would do, because it's going to have to be parts to this because it's so much to cover, I'm going to tell y'all why I feel like this is like the beginning of Act 3, even though on here it's not going to show, but Ferrari outfit on the back of it say Cowboy Carter. And I'm going to tell y'all why I feel like this is the end of Cowboy Carter and this is the beginning of Act 3. I'm going to be happy when we get the name and we don't have to call it Act 3 anymore. We got a little ways to go before then. So this is the first one where I said let's talk about the outfit. If you go into the outfit, it's red, black, and white. Y'all can see red, black, and white on here. And down here I said her wearing red, black, and white and a little gold. Y'all can see that right here, and I'm gonna later talk about that. I said that we know that the gold was a part of the Cowboy Carter era, but if you really pay attention, BT's the same colors from the last act and the colors of the next act. Y'all know that she did that. Like, I'm gonna talk about that towards the end. I'm just gonna talk about that towards the end because I really don't want this video to be long. So right here is where I pointed out that it was 44 on the race car, then 44 again. Before I said 44 twice right there. This is before I started seeing all the 44s. Then I noticed the 44 on the helmet. That was the third time. Then this one I mentioned she turned 44 this year on September 4th. Then this is when I said the lyrics. She put the lyrics as the caption, give it to mama. We know that's from Green Light. Give it to mama. Yeah, I'm not no singer, but that's why I be saying it like that. Then right here I said I did a research on the Green Light. Just had to go take screenshots of the Green Light music video, and y'all can see she's wearing something similar to the full body suit, like leather. And I think leather is going to play a role within Act 3 as well, because if y'all remember I think it was the first video when I reacted to the merch and I pointed out that shirt that has the eagle on there, and I said that the eagle is mostly on a, what do they call it? A motorcycle club jackets. If y'all get what I'm saying, like a motorcycle club jacket. Okay, I just want to quickly look it up. I looked up what are motorcycle jackets made of, and it say leather or denim. We know what just came from denim. Like denim was just Cowboy Carter within, Levi and everything like that. So I feel like we were going to go into leather. I quickly want to add this too. The reason why I said something about the red microphone, I forgot. I was supposed to go and point it out. Is that on this picture, if y'all look at this picture, remember I said something about the red microphone, and I feel like that was like a hint or proving my theory about the red microphone. This is the first picture on this carousel. Then you go to the next one, we know that's Kelly, and then you go to the third one, and this is the third picture that Beyonce put. Y'all can see it right here. The third picture that Beyonce posted was Kelly holding this red microphone. And we know we seen B with the red microphone. I forgot to add that. I really did. But going back to the leather jacket, I said that I feel like it would be like leather and then like a motorcycle. If she includes a motorcycle, it'd be like, or a rock star period, it would be like a metal thing, like metal, since we know that that's what the two things that comes with rock. Since I said red and black on the first one, we know white was included on this look. Red, black, and white, them all of the colors that's included in this outfit. Then right here, I added the guitar. And if y'all watch the first video on this channel, which was about how I feel like 6 inch plays a role in Act 3. Then y'all will see that I said something about the black mascara that I feel like she's going to use within Act 3's era, and the guitar. Y'all know you know about the guitar. But I seen a lot of people theories, a lot of the Hive members theories was that the album is going to be loud, which I don't doubt that if you listen to Don't Hurt Yourself. If you listen to Don't Hurt Yourself, then you will know. But for her using Give It to Mama as Green Light. I said the lyrics, but her using Green Light as a reference, I feel like that was also like a clue. Her leaving like little crumbs of clues to Act 3 until we get there. But yeah. Now this was more number 44s that I caught. 44 right here, 44 right here. And then y'all see this helmet. This was the same helmet Beyonce was holding. Jay-Z also held it, which is going to come up next. The one that had 44 on there. And then, like I said, again, she turned 44. We know her favorite number is 4. So basically, her age is her favorite number twice. And then we know that, well, I didn't know this until she said it, but Lewis Hamilton's number is 44. So that's why he has 44 everywhere, like on his helmet right here and everything like that. But I feel like this is going to be the best year. Like between her turning 44, the way I love Don't Hurt Yourself, the aesthetic of this album is just, and I be sitting here thinking too. I don't even want to go off topic, but I do be sitting here thinking, and I know y'all probably can relate for the ones that's excited for Act 3. I be thinking like, dang, like we don't know what's going to happen right now. Like we don't know what's going to happen right now. So when it happened, then we gonna be like, dang, back then we didn't even know what was coming, and now we know what's coming. Like it'll be like back then we didn't know what was coming, and then you look in the future and see what she was holding or hiding or whatever before it came out. Like, and it be mind blowing stuff like Cowboy Carter. You think about Cowboy Carter and you look back and be like, dang, when Renaissance was out, we didn't know what was coming. And then when Cowboy Carter came out, we don't know what's coming for Act 3. And then once we get there, we gonna be like, dang, we didn't even know this was coming, but now that it's here, like it's crazy. But yeah, so yeah, this was her at the Grand Prix in Singapore in 2009. This was her in 2025 with Lewis Hamilton both times, and this was 15 years apart. He also heavily used Ferrari. That's what him and Beyonce drove. Well, he drove Beyonce around, and she basically, I said this because she put as the caption, this is why I highlighted he's number 44, her age is 44, and she loved the number 4. She put this as the caption, love and gratitude to the best to ever do it, Lewis Hamilton, number 44. This was the perfect time to do it. This was the perfect time, and I'm gonna tell you how clever she is on what day she did this, and y'all can also see his name right here. But yeah, here go 44 again. 44 all over the car. This is when Jay-Z was holding the helmet, number 44, 44. And then this is that same picture again. You know, just showing that the helmet he wore. Okay, so now that we focus on the number 44, let's go to this tweet. Pop Crave said, I don't know why I said, somebody said, Pop Crave said, Lady Gaga teases fans about telephone collaboration with Beyonce via on-screen message at her concert. Now, I said, they've been teasing it. I'm coming. And this is what I just noticed after she just did that Las Vegas appearance right here. When y'all look at these two messages, you could see that she basically using the same lines that she used within the beginning of Telephone, which she was talking to Lady Gaga, and then Lady Gaga responded right here. They was talking on there. This is messages teasing that now. But if y'all look right here, say Giselle 44, Lady Gaga, her name is just regular. This is her stage name. And then this is Beyonce's middle name and her age. It just said Lady Gaga. It don't say Lady Gaga's middle name, and it don't say Lady Gaga's age. So that's what I noticed. 44 is being highlighted. 44 is going to be heavy within Act 3. It's about to be crazy. It's about to be crazy. Like, we really don't even know what's coming. But yeah, that's what I just wanted to point out. In another part, I'm going to come back to this because I have more to talk about within them saying that when I said they've been teasing they've been teasing Telephone. When I say they've been teasing it, I have more proof on why I feel like they've been teasing it. But keeping going, this is just more pictures. And then this is where I said I also noticed that Beyonce went to the third and the last of the Grand Prix. The last day. So I also said I also noticed that Beyonce went to the third and last day of the Grand Prix. And this is when I broke it down. The Grand Prix was in Las Vegas was from November 20th to November 22nd of 2025. Now, if you go up here to where I wrote it down, to where I typed it out. I said, notice how she went the third night in which 22, which is 22. The third night which is a teaser at Act 3. And then I took 2 and 2 and added it up to 4. And I said, since we know she did the same thing at the end of Cowboy Carter. At the end of the Cowboy Carter tour. My bad. Where she brought Destiny's Child, when Destiny's Child is 3 of them. when it was all three of them, and then when she brought Jay-Z out for 4 nights. I thought she was just gonna bring them out for three, but she ended up bringing them out the last day. And then someone else on the old channel had pointed out as well that she brought out 3 acts. It was Destiny's Child, it was Jay-Z, and it was Shabuzi. So she was teasing 3 and 4 that all towards the end. Like towards the end was 3 and 4. And then right here is 3 and 4. 3 days of the Grand Prix. She went the third day. And then the 22nd, since we know 4 and 4, 4 is her favorite number. 4 is one number, but it's just, her favorite number twice. So 22 is not too far off to where you add 2 plus 2 equals 4. And she used numbers a lot. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I still have like theories. I have a real long theory about why I feel like about the day that she chose to drop these albums. But I don't know. That's a like a lot of math. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. A lot of math upon date. So I'm probably gonna do that one day and go over that. But yeah, Beyonce loves numbers heavy. So when people say, "Oh no, we be digging too deep," no, she knows what she's doing. She's very clever. She's very clever when it comes to numbers. Come on, now her favorite number is 4. So you know she loved numbers. And this is when I talked about Ferrari sponsor. Dang, I should have put that picture by this picture. I'm gonna have to come back and put this at another part because I just noticed something that's a pattern to what I seen Beyonce did. But I'm gonna have to put that as another. I'm gonna have to write that down so I can remember it. But yeah, so I just basically said like Ferrari was. We know he drove in a Ferrari car. He has the Ferrari logo, so Ferrari is one of the sponsors. And I said I don't I don't own any rights to any of these pictures, but I'm just putting them on here. And then y'all see the logos. I'm gonna go more into the logos in a minute. But I said let's go back to 2009 for a minute. I just added these pictures because it was like so crazy how similar these is. Like when I tell y'all she's so detailed, look how she wore glasses back then and then still wore glasses today. Like come on now, she's detailed. The only difference was that she's wearing a full body suit and her hair was more curly now than it was back then. What else? What else? Heels are a little different too, and she's wearing gloves. Was this that stuff they be doing on the hands? I forgot what it's called. I didn't even notice that until now. But yeah, so and these also it also included the same colors that was on this outfit too, but it's just more black than more so white. Yeah, I just added that. Now we going into her I Am tour for her album I Am Sasha Fierce. And let's go back into the patches where the promos that they put on her because I feel like this is like a clever way to promote because we know that celebrities tend to get their picture taken wherever they are in public. So the best way to promote something is to put it on their clothes. So y'all can see it say I am Beyonce I am. Y'all can see this is like the same picture from right here. It's crazy how this also holds 3 dots and 4 letters. But this going back to the pictures with her at the Grand Prix in Singapore. And if y'all look at all of these pictures, it's on this side too. This say Beyonce. This say Beyonce. And I feel like this is around the time it was promotion for her tour. It was a tour and probably. I mean, not probably. It was the album, but mostly I feel like this is like promotion for the tour as well. Like that's why she wore these. And since we know that what he was wearing was sponsored by Ferrari and a bunch of other brands, what she was wearing was sponsored by Louis. Allegedly, I think. Because I think if celebrities wear stuff, they be sponsored. But I'm not sure. I can't say. Can't say. But I think it was Louis Vuitton. Because that was custom. That was a custom piece. But I did the research and said the I Am Such a Fierce album dropped November 12th, 2008. This is all the history around it. And then they said the tour began in March 26th, 2009. The performance she had, or the residency she had in Vegas, started on July 30th, and it went on to August 2nd, 2009. So July 30th, 2009 to August 2nd, 2009. That was a 4-day residency. And I said, but don't that sound familiar? And then it was alleged that she was supposed to do a residency within Las Vegas. We know how that went. But I didn't add the other picture on purpose. I did this on purpose. But yeah, we know how that went when it came to how the Vegas shows went. But I just said that this sound familiar going to the interlude, and I'm gonna go back and I put it right here. I'm gonna talk about this in probably the last part to this. When she did that 4 day, was it 4 days? Yeah, 4 nights. When she did that 4 night residency in Las Vegas, this was like the film to it. This was the hotel it was at, or the theater, the Encore Theater at the Wynn Hotel. So yeah, this was a picture from that day. And then the film came out November 23rd, 2009. And it said the concert itself was recorded live on August 2nd, 2009. Wait, so they didn't record for it. This was the cover. I think I just added that just to add it. Oh yeah, that was another thing. That's why I got to look at these little tags that I put down here. But I said that was also her third studio album, her third official studio album. But the tour ended February 18th, 2010. So that was the following year from when it started. Well, almost the following year, because March is a month after February. Oh yeah, and I added right here too that from this picture, I want to be specific. It's a video where I show y'all she teased rock and roll within this performance as well. And I'm gonna put the video in the description where y'all can see it. It's on TikTok. So if you got TikTok, go check that out. Cause I end up pinning the video up there so y'all could be able to see it if you just go on that page too as well. But yeah, I just want to add this because I had already added this on the other channel. Even though the other channel got deleted, I should put the other, like the new channel that I made, re-upload and all that content in the description so y'all to be able to go and look at that old video, those old videos. I'm really embarrassed about those videos, but if y'all go look at those old videos and then y'all see that I started adding like stuff about this, because I've been said that I feel like this played a role within Act 3. Because if y'all looking at the fire, like the skull head, the animal skull head, like that has been getting teased. But yeah, so I just said that that's Act 3 coded. So she's going to be bringing a lot of stuff. And we know since she did this, we know that a lot of stuff is going to be recreated. Like they say, she her own competition. So she ain't doing nothing but topping what she done already done. So this is just me talking about her attending the Grand Prix in Singapore, and that was on September 26, 2009. And then this right here, I said we talk about how I said I feel like she did it in a clever way this time, because if you look at the patches, then you know that Louis Vuitton, you know that it's Louis Vuitton because it says that. But if you look at the LV, then you would think of it also as Las Vegas, Louis Vuitton, LV, Las Vegas. That was just my opinion that I pointed out too as well. If y'all look at it, it's called the F1. I think it's called F1. If y'all look right here, say LV1, LV1. And the event itself is called F1. Oh, I have a fun fact. Let's go back to this. I should have added the picture on here. I should have added that picture on here. Y'all, I should have added the dollar that I got. And I promise y'all, I would never lie about this. Let's go back to 44. One day I was coming from work. It's just like a mini story time. One day I was coming from work, or I walked out of the job, and the job have like other stores like down the street. I'm gonna have to show a picture. But I was coming out and I went downstairs to I went down the street to the store, and I had like a $20 bill, and I went to break it down and get change. So the man told me, he was like, I only have, I wish I could have recorded, but I didn't know this was going to happen. The man told me, he said, I only have ones. I said, that's fine. I'm just going like trying to bypass times before I leave, the job. So he started counting off the ones. So then I'm like, okay. And then, people try to play you. So he gave me the ones as I'm leaving out. I'm like, thank you. And then as I'm leaving out, I'm counting the ones because I don't want to go outside and count. Be a lot of crazy stuff happen. But I'm counting the ones, but then I come across $1 bill. I promise y'all, I would never lie. One of the, and this was on Beyonce's birthday. No lie. No lie. I think I probably posted I'm about to show y'all on Twitter. I promise on everything I love, I'm not lying. Okay, so it took me a while to find it because it was on my other Twitter and not it wasn't on the Twitter that I was on. But this is it right here. And I know some people will probably be like, you wrote that on there yourself. I would never, I'm not that delusional. I'm telling y'all now, I'm not that delusional. It was to the point to where I called everybody and told everybody, on top of I had somebody go get me lottery tickets playing that number, and then that person went to the store and said that, and I'm going to say that person because I don't want to disclose who it was, but that person went to the store and said that, like, the store clerk, the man behind the counter, that same day he went to go play it, said that the man behind the counter said that he just played that number but threw it away. Like, he threw it away. He played the number the day before and then threw it away. I think he had went the next day. I think it was the next day. It probably was the 5th, and then he said that he played that number for yesterday and then he threw it away. And I was like, dang, that's more of a reason to play it today. Like, that's crazy. That was crazy. And I had to post it. And not only that, I posted it right there, I posted it right here. Like, I would never write. It was to the point to where I spent every dollar but this one. And the reason why I just thought about it is because it was crazy how this came on her birthday. But the reason why I thought about it is because I just looked over at it because it's sitting up here by the vinyls. Like, it's sitting up here by, what vinyl is this? Yeah, that's the Cowboy Carter vinyl. It's sitting over here by the Cowboy Carter vinyl because I never spent it. I kept it. And I always do that though, because I still got something with a bill that say I love you on there that somebody wrote on there. I just be keeping them like that. People just be writing on money, but I be feel like that's a way to manifest. I don't know, but I just had to add that, and I just thought about it because I just looked over at it. Now it would have been crazy, but not as crazy if I would have got it like the next day or the day before. But that specific day I went, it's to the point to where I put the date on the back of it. Like, I put the date on the back of it. I put her birthday date on the back of it because I got it that day. But I'm not that delusional to write it on there. But yeah, I just had to add that because I just thought about the number 44. And I'm not even a person that gamble or play the lottery. But for some reason, I'm like, no, I gotta, even though I ain't win nothing. But I'm like, I gotta play that number because there's no way that I got this. And it was to the point to where I played four times, four, three times because it was like 44 on the fourth. So that's three fourths. You can't play it twice, but I don't know. That was crazy. That was like one of the most craziest things that I ever experienced in my life. Like I ain't never nothing like that happened. But let's keep going. So I talked about the outfit and the patches. Let's talk about this patch specifically. I said that it reminded me of the wreath that's on the Black American Heritage flag that's around the sword. The gold wreath at that. This is gold, black around it, white right here. Even though the Black American Heritage flag don't have any white in it, I still feel like black and red is going to be like one of the main colors. And then as I said in the beginning that she used the same colors within the next act and the new colors for the next act and the now acts. So for example, what I'm trying to say is to break it down in the most simplest way is in Renaissance she used the color silver, also blue, mostly silver. And then when Cowboy Carter came, she used the color white heavily with a sprinkle of silver, but mostly gold. And then when Cowboy Carter was there, then she used the color red and was teasing it during the tour with the outfits, red, black, And then I feel like with Act 3, she's going to use red, black, white, all of the colors that's in this outfit with a sprinkle of that gold, like how she did with Cowboy Carter when she sprinkled a little silver in there for Renaissance. Like, because we know that all of the acts connect. So she's going to sprinkle something from that act to this, like it's going to keep going. It's going to be a little bit of the last one because you got to focus on the colors for that specific act, but she always does that. And this is where I say gold tees. When I say it right here, when she put it like it's gold around it. That's in more gold. This also further proves my theory. And then the old channel that got deleted, someone pointed out that this looks like the reef that's around the sword, and I agreed. I wish I still had that channel to be able to shout them out. I don't remember who specifically said that, but they pointed this out to me when I said that I feel like the Black American Heritage flag is going to play a role in Act 3. Then this is a tweet someone made where they asked detectives in the Lulu Hive, lock in, what is this telling us? This was the fragments of the American Heritage. I mean, I keep doing that. I did it the first time I recorded this. This is the fragments of the American flag because I'm so used to the Black American Heritage flag. I'm so used to saying the Black American Heritage flag before the American flag that I just keep saying it. Plus, this got American in and Black American Heritage, and now I'm just used to the Black American Heritage flag. But basically, the fragments was disappearing in squares. This also further proves that I could be right about my theory about Act 3. I'm laughing because it's funny. Hopefully this is true. This could be like having my theory of Act 3 being a square stage. This could also prove that by her having all these little tiny squares on the screen. And then I responded to that tweet since they said they called me. See, look, I was included in that because I won't be considered detective. I mean, kinda, but I just consider delusional. Delulu high. I want to beat y'all to the punch calling me Delulu. So I call myself Delulu first because I know I just be doing anything. But when I replied to them, I said I think that during Act Three's tour, it will reverse and the Black American Heritage flag will appear in fragments, just like how the American flag is disappearing. But that's just my delusional thoughts. And y'all, this used to be my main. Like I think I probably had this on the old channel, but this used to be my main Twitter. But I ended up making that a backup Twitter now. So if y'all see two different Twitter names, then that's why. And then they replied to my tweet and said, I believe Jay-Z may have wore a jacket to one of the shows with this in or something similar to it. So you may be on to something. And I responded with this. And I said, I heard someone else say this as well, but this was also pointed out. And I was talking about this. Let me give credit to the person that pointed this out. Mellow1K on Twitter. I mean, TikTok. Twitter is crazy. Mellow1K, I said that because this is a tweet, but Mellow1K on TikTok. And y'all can see this, like I said, this look like a reef. Well, I said this in the the other video that I recorded. But I said this is like the reef that's on the Black American Heritage flag. But I also, when they pointed this out, I'm like, dang, how did I miss this? Like, this looked like a teaser of the Black American Heritage flag. And we know she teased stuff before it happened. At least a little sprinkle, sprinkle. That was crazy. But I said, and I've been saying that the only flag that she hasn't used yet is the Black American Heritage flag. And this is their caption. They said, y'all think Beyonce was subtly sporting the Black American Heritage flag? And they put the emojis that's them. If y'all go look at my, like, it's to the point to where when I first heard about the Black American Heritage flag, which was like the end of last year or the beginning of this year. It was like the end of last year, beginning. I don't remember. When I first heard, I've been sporting it so much before I even figured out. That's how I figured out. I feel like Beyonce is using it because I've been looking at it and like supporting it so much ever since I found out. I'm like, dang, like I'd rather sport this flag than any other one. That's just my opinion though. So if she does that, that's why I'm so excited about it. So it'll probably seem repetitive to y'all, but I will be excited. And it's not even about being right. It's about the representation behind it. And I should go back and read right here everything in case this is for someone that don't know. But it say the red symbolized the rich blood shed by African Americans for freedom, justice, and human dignity throughout history. That's red. Black represents pride in black pigmentation and the African race. Gold signifies intellect, prosperity, and peace. And then this was the blunted sword. The gold blunted sword is meant to instill pride. The gold fig wreath symbolizes peace, prosperity, and everlasting life. Oh, that sounds so like this sounds so rich. Like it's crazy. Like you can be rich in so many ways, and I love being black. Wait, okay, hold on. If Act 3 comes in February, right, which we all suspect, like not comes in February, but get teased in February because we know that last year she teased. I be realizing stuff as I'm recording stuff. This is crazy. As soon as I said I love being black, this came to mind. But if she teased it in during the Super Bowl, which I already told y'all why I feel like she's going to tease something during the Super Bowl. I don't know if this is the cover, but I think it's going to be the album because she always teases the album like 3 months or so before she drops. So I don't know if we're going to get the cover. I'm not sure. I forgot how she did it last year. Like I forgot because I remember she posted the teaser, but I don't remember if she posted the cover. I don't remember exactly. I had to do research on that. What day specifically did she post the cover? Because I don't think she posted the cover the same. Okay, I'm going off topic, but if she do that, if she like tease something with the Black American Heritage flag in February, and it's crazy because I was just talking about I wanted to put this flag outside during the whole Black History Month. That would be crazy. Which we already have a flag outside, but this is a smaller one. But I wanted the bigger one. Y'all know how like everybody put the American flag on the top and it be flying, on the top of the house and it be like flying. I was thinking about doing a Black American Heritage flag the whole month of February, just to represent. But yeah, I just went all the way off topic. But I'm gonna go back to why I said right here that I've been saying the only flag she didn't use was the Black American Heritage flag. But let's go to one of the reasons. This is only one of the reasons why I feel like the Black American Heritage flag plays a role in Act 3. Now, if y'all look at this license plate, y'all see it say Ben Country. I already know it said that, but if y'all look at 1967, I found a lot of evidence within that year. I did so much research with that. That year was so crazy. But this was 12/30/2024. That was December 30th, 2024 when I started doing research. When all of this the teaser for Beyonce Bowl came out. Around that time I was just doing so much research. But yeah. So that's what I'm gonna try to go crazy this December because I went crazy last December. I posted so much content. That's why that last channel did so many numbers. It did because I was posting so much content. But yeah, so it's a 1967 Ben Country. So when I finally came up, and I didn't come up with this all at the same time, and I was looking at 1967, found something that goes along with San Francisco, which was the Super Bowl. I found something that went along with that. I wasn't thinking about the Black American Heritage flag until I started to see the clues this year about the Black American Heritage flag. And then something told me like do more research into when the Black American Heritage flag was made and everything like that. And I seen 1967 and I'm like, dang, 1967, this car was red, full of roses. And we know that she did like that house. Who they came to see? Me. And I said that I feel like that house was a representation of bloodshed. And we know that the red that's in the Black American Heritage flag is a representation of bloodshed. 1967. 1967. But yeah. let's keep going. And this is all the flags that I said I feel like will be for all the acts. I could be wrong, but I'm real confident these are all of them. We don't know. This is alleged, but we know that these two happen. Here we go again. Right there, 67. And here's the creators. But another tweet. And this is when I go into why I said the only flag she didn't use. This Hive member said during formation at the Cowboy Carter tour, the stage lights up with flags representing Beyonce's roots. Alabama, Louisiana State, Creole flags, the African American flag, and Texas. And these were just her lyrics, but if you go down and look at all of the flags, then y'all will see. And this is what I responded with. This one is still loading. I said this one is still loading. Y'all, so I've been having this theory since, what was that? Probably the beginning of this year about that Black American Heritage flag. That's why I wish the other channel was still up, because then I would be able to go to the dates of when I first came up with it. And I'm about to show it. I'm about to show it, matter of fact. So y'all can see if y'all want to go check out that video. Y'all, so I'm trying to I was about to do the research on the video, and then I see this. One Beehive versus 20 Swifties. I wish I could react to it, but that video is going to be so long because it's 50 minutes. That's wild. I don't know. Y'all should go watch that. That's crazy. Whoever came up with that, that's a good idea, because I know that was a crazy debate. It's not even no debate. Let me be quiet. In my eyes, ain't no compete with the Beehive. I'm sorry, that's just me. No competition here. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. That video just made me want a 20 versus 1 Swifty. 20 Beehive versus 1 Swifty. But yeah, this is the video right here. And as y'all can see, I put the Black American Heritage flag as the back. But I just basically went over, and I still gotta explain to y'all why I did this channel this way. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I still haven't did that, because I want to start reacting to these videos. But these were all the videos that was on the old channel that got deleted. So I probably shouted this channel out, but if y'all want to go watch that, if I didn't, then y'all go watch that. But yeah, let's keep going, because that goes into detail how I found out all of that stuff that led us to why I feel like why I'm so confident in my theories. But I said, let's talk about Beyonce, talk about the lyrics. Let's talk about Beyonce, let's talk about the lyrics from Two Hands to Heaven, where she said, "Ever since I went to Marfa, ain't no trouble on my mind. Singing sweet songs to Las Vegas. I will carry on, carry on, carry on. I will carry on." And then that's when I went and looked up Marfa, and I know that she went to Marfa in 2012 with Solange. And as y'all can see, this is like a regular picture that I found, but y'all can see it from right here, and then y'all can see it from when she's like, if y'all look at these two pictures, you can see that, she's walking in Marfa as a giant. But you can also see this thing that say Marfa on it, and she also includes it in there in the credits for where I went to go screenshot this at. But I noticed that when I went and did deep research. When I did deep research into the interlude. But yeah, so this is when she went. And the only reason why I said that is because y'all look right here. She said, "Singing sweet songs to Las Vegas. I will carry on." And I feel like that was like foreshadowing. Cause I'm telling y'all, people like, "Oh no, we in Act 3 territory." This is Act 3. Like that was the beginning of Act 3 and the end of Cowboy Carter. Well, the end of Cowboy Carter was the last day of the Cowboy Carter tour. That's just my opinion. Since we ain't got the film now, she would have teased the film months before it'll come out, and we ain't got it yet. So unless she do it, I don't even know when she'll be able to do it. I don't know. We don't. She's so unpredictable. Even though you could sit here and try to predict stuff, put stuff together, you still don't know. We didn't know. Didn't nobody know she was gonna do this. So but everybody's stunned. So there's no telling with her. I just do this for fun though. This is fun. Like they're really going her leaving Easter eggs, even if you not right. Whatever she do and it don't come out to be right, it's still fun. If you want to join the Beehive Discord, I'll put the link tree in the description, and you just click the link tree and click on Discord so you can connect with me. We can connect and talk in real time, or you could just be in the community of Beehive. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I got 2 more parts coming. I don't know if it'll be more, but it was so much already. This is not all. But I hope you all enjoyed the video. Till next time.
She gone.